I don't want. That's what I'm saying. So I immediately go, it's just, and then if I buy something, I used to ask her. I have 2 condos, one in
Ms. Brown is not here.
Utah and one is like the beach. But that's like she takes care of everything.
It's condo right there.
Man, the company does everything. Like literally.
There's another one turning back to
Yeah. Open time, it's we'll see. Oh, I broke it on the
He's there. That's 10.
Call order. Roll, please.
Lee Mallett, William Cluott,
Here.
Brian Bordelon, Noah Broussard,
Here.
Kristen Brown, Kyle Condon,
here.
Kim DiGiovanni, David Gallo,
Here.
Adam Gwynn,
Here.
Stephen Hackworth, Harvey Honore,
Here.
Curtis Joseph, Donald Lambert, Andy Lopez,
Here.
Garland Meredith,
Here.
Christopher Stewart,
Here.
Elliot Temple,
Here.
Keith Tillage. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Lopez, would you mind leading us in the pledge? Please stand.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. Hi. Introductions. Our counsel.
Good morning. My name is Hunter Fair, and I'm an Assistant Attorney General with the Louisiana Department of Justice. I'll be presiding over today's administrative hearings, which will be conducted pursuant to the Louisiana Administrative Procedure Act, which can be found in Louisiana Revised Statutes 950 et sec, and the Board's administrative rules as set forth in Section 717. I will govern the procedure by which we operate, administer oaths and affirmations, rule on the admissibility of evidence, and ensure due process for all participants during the hearing. The Board will make all findings of fact and conclusions of law. While this is not a court of law, we will follow the procedures established in the Louisiana Administrative Procedure Act. We ask for decorum and order throughout these proceedings. The Board is committed to making sure every contractor is properly licensed. It is important for all contractors performing residential and commercial work to be licensed pursuant to state law. If any board member need to recuse themselves from a matter, please do so when the matter is called on the agenda, and note the recusal for the record. If anyone has any question during the proceedings, please let me know during the hearing so that I can address them. Before we begin, please silence all cell phones.
Thank you, sir. All right. Consideration of the June 18th, 2026 Commercial Board minutes.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Righty. Mr. Beavers, any introduction? Welcome.
The only introduction I think we are going to start making is for the board prosecutor, Larry Dimmons, and we're going to put it on the agenda. The company that does the minutes for us, they get his name confused half the time. So Mr. Dimmons is the board's prosecutor and will be added to the agenda moving forward. If we could begin by swearing in the staff and investigators.
Yes.
Blaine Anderson, Erica Segura, Frank Vaughn, Andrew Futrell, Kristen McKee, John LeBlanc. Terry Morgan, Logan Cockerham, Joe Anderson, and myself, Sean Beaver.
All right, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. And I don't believe we have anyone for public comment today.
No public comments? All right. Okay, thank you. All right, new business, our hearings.
Item D1 for the renovation project of the Kentwood Food Mart at 802 Avenue G, Kentwood, Louisiana, IPE Flooring LLC, case 2023-1408-02. Are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect that no representatives are present.
Well, you got one right here, I believe. Come on up.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
He is charged with acting as a contractor without the required license or proper classification.
Sir, can you identify yourself and your position with the company?
My name is Eduardo Galvão. I'm the owner of the company.
Okay.
But so far, I believe I need to make a motion to rehear. So that's my motion to rehear this.
It's, all right, we got a motion to rehear.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right.
The charges.
It's acting as a contractor without the required license or proper classification.
Sir, how do you wish to plead?
I'm sorry?
How do you wish to plead? You can plead
No contents.
no contest.
Move to accept. Simple.
We have a motion by Mr. Temple, a second by Mr. Bruce Hardy. In discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The agency calls
No, go ahead.
Blaine Anderson to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Anderson. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
Correct.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you prepared or obtained and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, they are.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer file to introduce these documents into evidence as exhibits 1, 2A through 2D, 3, and 4.
Sir, do you have any opposition to these documents coming into the record?
No.
They're admitted.
Thank you.
Sorry?
Mr. Anderson, this investigation was initiated to review a permit that was issued to commercial construction and maintenance related to the construction of a Kentwood Food Mart. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And commercial construction originally hired a contractor by the name of Velvet Pines to perform several scopes of work, including drywall, finishing, painting, cabinetry, countertops, and tile work. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But at some point, commercial construction vacated the project and Velvet Pines became the contractor. Is that right?
Correct.
Now, when you asked Velvet Pines for a subcontractor list, they provided you that list and it identified IPE as a subcontractor. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, Exhibit 2A is a copy of the quote from IPE to Velvet Pines for the tile work on the project. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the value of the project listed on that quote is $48,000?
For labor. Correct.
Okay. And that is a labor-only quote, correct?
That is correct.
Now, Exhibit 2B contains copies of invoices sent from IPE to Velvet Pines, and Exhibit 2C is a copy of the payments from Velvet Pines to IPE. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Now, Exhibit 2D is a receipt for the materials for the job, and that total is $39,787.52. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So the total value of the tile work project, which includes the labor and the materials, was $87,787.52. Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
Did you review the records of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors to determine if IPE Flooring was licensed?
I did.
And are they?
They are not.
Okay. No further questions.
Sir, do you have any questions for this witness?
No.
Okay. Is there any evidence you'd like to put on, or
No.
okay? Is there a statement you'd like to make to the board?
We started at 48,000, and then they keep adding more work. When I realized it was over, and then I didn't know. I thought I was going to go about 75,000 for handyman license. That's what I thought. I didn't know.
Where did you get the thought of the 75,000?
But I have the so I asked somebody and they told me I could go up to 75. I'm not sure.
Okay. You understand the law now?
Yeah.
All right. Do you intend to get licensed?
Yes.
Have you made application for that
No, not
license
yet.
yet?
And you intend to continue to do work similar to this? This is what you do for a living, obviously, correct?
Yes, I'm trying to get everything straight. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Continued offer based on licensure? A continued offer based on licensure?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I make a motion that we find you the max plus cost to be reduced if you get your license within 180 days, and it'll be 1,000 plus 1,000. All right.
Condon
So-
second.
We have a motion and a second for a max fine plus cost with a reduction if we were to be licensed and what is it, 120 days?
180 days.
180 days, which will be reduced to 1,000 plus 1,000 costs. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, next, motion.
If I could have just 10 seconds.
Yes.
Just a matter of housekeeping, gentlemen. Would you please
Names.
identify yourself for the record when you make a motion and a second, and please turn on your microphones when you speak. Thank you.
Yeah. If your red light's on, it's working. If it's not, it's not.
Also under rehearings, item 2, Charles Donald Holyfield, doing business as AAA Paving and Seal Coat, case 2024-0817-04. Charged with acting as a contractor without the required license or proper classification on the construction of an express oil change at 1700 Shortcut Highway, Slidell, Louisiana. Are any representatives present?
Yep.
Yes.
And can you identify yourself for the record?
Charles Holyfield.
And is there,
If we're
I'm sorry,
gonna
is there
read
anyone else that has authority to speak on behalf of the company? Or is that you?
That's me.
Okay.
All right.
Condon motion to rehear.
Temple second.
We have a motion and a second for rehearing. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Let's rehear.
Sir, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
Thank you.
Do you want to ask him how he pleads?
Yes, sir. How do you wish to? Well,
You want to reread the charges?
we got to read charges.
Okay.
He's charged with acting as a contractor without the required license or proper classification on the construction of an express oil change at 1700 Shortcut Highway in Slidell.
Sir, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Temple move to accept.
Stewart second.
We have a motion and a second to accept. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The agency calls Erica Segura to the stand.
She's been sworn.
Good morning, Ms. Segura. Could you please state your full name for the record?
Erica Segura.
And you are currently employed as a investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack you have in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I'll file and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A, 2A through 2D, 3, and 4.
Sir, do you have any opposition to these records coming into the these documents coming into the record?
I do not.
Okay, they're admitted.
All right, thank you. Now, Ms. Segura, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of AAA Paving?
Yes.
And was that as a result of a complaint that you received regarding a new commercial build of an express oil change building at 1700 Shortcut Highway in Slidell?
Correct.
And a company by the name of Debier Enterprises was the general contractor on that project?
Correct.
And the general contractor hired AAA Paving as a subcontractor, is that correct?
Yes.
If you take a look at Exhibit 2B, that is a copy of the contract between AAA Paving and the general contractor, is that correct?
Correct.
And the total amount of the contract on the scope of work at the end of that contract was $433,828, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, if you take a look at Exhibit 2D, that is a job payments list from the general contractor showing payments from the general contractor to AAA Paving for the amount of $150,927.95. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Did you determine during your investigation if AAA Paving was licensed with the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
I did. They are not.
And they are not?
They are not.
All right, thank you. No further questions.
Do you have any questions for this witness?
I do not.
Okay. Is there any evidence you would like to put on?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is there any evidence you want to put before the board? Any documents?
I would just like to be known that we did a project for DeVere and Pedal. Somebody quit on or fired. And then they had this other project down here in Louisiana after we finished that. And he said, I told him there's no way I can afford to do the whole job buying the materials. And so he said, well, we'll just pay you the labor like we did in Pedal, and signed the papers and stuck it to me and didn't pay nobody.
And again, how much were you paid?
I would say it was accurate between 120 to 150. And then there was several other third parties that were in that total contract that didn't get paid. I wasn't over it.
Okay, you weren't over, you said?
No, sir.
Over what?
Like my price, like what my labor was. He covered everything: sand, delivery, rental, and that was all part of the agreement.
Okay, but I guess do you see that, do you know what the threshold requirements are for licensure? in the
Yes, sir,
state?
I understand that.
Okay. And do you also understand that it's the aggregate of the material and the,
I did not understand that at first.
okay, all right. But regardless, you were over.
Yes, sir.
All right, go.
You plan on getting a license?
I'm out of business.
You're out of business?
Going through bankruptcy.
All right. What wishes of
Do
the
you
board?
plan, Bruce, or do you plan on getting back into business or continuing
Negative.
business?
Negative, all right. You're not doing anything moving forward?
No, sir.
All right, all right. All right. What wishes of the board?
What's the total value of the job?
What would we consider the total value of the job? For,
$430,000.
all right.
433,828.
What was his labor?
He was paid 120.
It says 150. I thought it was closer to 120, but give or take. I don't have every piece of paper.
Would you like to make an offer to the board?
I'm not sure how that works.
Okay.
Just help him out, Mr. Stewart. Go ahead.
All right, well, listen, and like, you're not gonna get back into this business whatsoever, but we need to, I'm gonna make a motion that we, set the fine at $1,000 plus court costs of $1,000.
Gallo second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Under hearings, item E1, Elyod Construction LLC, case 2025-0628-01. Are any representatives present?
No representatives are present.
The agency calls Blaine Anderson to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
This is for renovation of a monster mini golf at 1665 Southwest Railroad Avenue in Hammond. They're charged with problems relating to the ability of the contractor as qualifying party or any of its principals to engage in the business of contracting, and for abandoning or failing to perform without justification any contract or project, or deviating from plans without consent of the owner.
Good morning, Mr. Anderson. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2D, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Thank you. Mr. Anderson, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this matter was made on Elyad Construction via email. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And there is an email from Mr. Doyle showing receipt of that notice. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, this matter arises out of a complaint filed by the owner of a commercial property against Elyad Construction for, among other things, failing to pay subcontractors in a renovation of a Hammond, Louisiana building for the new business for that owner, correct?
That's correct.
And the owner signed an initial demolition contract with Elyad Construction to begin demolition work on a vacant suite located at 1665 Southwest Railroad Avenue in Hammond, correct?
Correct.
And we see in that contract in Exhibit 2B that the price was $840,466.60. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But later, the parties agreed to a change order that increased the cost of the total project to $1,102,286.01. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And we see that change in Exhibit 2C. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you monitored this project by conducting monthly site visits, and after you determined the project was approximately 90% complete, you closed the file, correct?
Correct.
But then a few months later, you got a call from a Hammond building official who indicated that his office had received complaints or a call from the owner claiming that Elyad Construction had failed to pay some of the subcontractors.
Correct.
And at that point, you began reaching out to those subcontractors to find out whether those allegations were true, correct?
Correct.
And you heard back from 3 of the subcontractors, Fire and Safety Commodities, Battle Reef Contracting, and ITS Fire Alarm Security. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And what you learned was that Battle Reef had not been paid $29,132.31. ITS was not paid $20,925.50. And Fire and Safety had not been paid $62,385. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But ultimately, ITS was eventually paid, as was Fire and Safety, correct?
Yes, by the owner. That's correct.
Okay. Now, Exhibits 2D, 2E, and 2F are the statements from the subs regarding the non-payment we just discussed. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you also learned in your follow-up investigation that the owner of that project had actually paid Elyad Construction over $980,000, but yet Elyad failed to pay the subcontractors. Is that correct? And as a result of those subs not being paid, the work on that project was delayed at various times. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency submits that the defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A16 by abandoning or failing to perform without justification the contract or project engaged in, and Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A11, problems relating to the ability of the contractor, QP, or any of its principal owners or principal shareholders to engage in the business of contracting as demonstrated by their contracting business history or experience.
All right.
Temple move to find him guilty.
Condon, second.
We have a motion by Mr. Temple for guilty, second by Mr. Khan and Mr. Stewart. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Temple move to find max plus cost.
Lopez, second.
Hang tight.
What do we have?
Can I ask, are they still licensed? Expired.
No, they have an active qualifying party status.
Say that again. They have what?
They have an active qualifying party status, Mr. Doyle does.
For another business? It's an active
For himself, for Mr. Doyle. But the licenses are expired for
Mr.
Elyad.
Doyle still remains as an active qualifier, so tomorrow he can go back and open a new business.
I think we need to revoke.
He is noticed on a case further down, though, the QP is.
Okay.
They got another one coming up with.
Yeah, there's two more.
All right. I guess we'll dispose of that at that point in time. All right. So we have a motion and a second for a max fine plus cost. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Renewed yet?
Mr. Chair, and for the record, we could just add that Ms. Kristen Brown and Mr. Donald Lambert have made the meeting for attendance
Yep.
record.
Right.
Item 2, Elliott Construction LLC, case 2025-0553-01. He's charged with problems relating to the ability of the contractor as qualifying party or any of its principals to engage in the business of contracting on the renovation project of the Best Western New Orleans East at 10100 I-10 Service Road, New Orleans. Are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect that no representatives are present.
The agency calls Dylan Borg to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Borg. You are currently employed by the Louisiana State License Board for Contractors as a supervisory investigator. Is that correct?
That's correct.
If you take a look at the exhibit packet in front of you, are those documents that the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors obtained or prepared and which are kept in the regular course of business of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
That's correct.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2E, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Thank you. Mr. Borg, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this matter was made on Elliott Construction via email as well as United States Postal Service. Is that correct?
Yes.
And there's an email delivery receipt to doyleventures@gmail.com, which is the email on file with the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors for Elliott Construction. Is that correct?
Yes.
And there's also a United States Postal Service receipt showing delivery of the notice of hearing as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Now, this matter arises out of a complaint that was received from a gentleman by the name of Brian Gutuso, who is the sales manager of a company by the name of Standard Industrial Services. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Standard Industrial was hired to perform work for Elliott Construction at the Best Western located at 10100 I-10 Service Road in New Orleans. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, a copy of the contract between Elliott and Best Western is attached as Exhibit 2B. Do you see that?
Yes.
And a copy of the proposal / quote from Standard Industrial to Elliott is attached as Exhibit 2C. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that quote was for $46,628.93, correct?
Correct.
Also in Exhibit 2C are invoices from Standard to Elliott in the amount of $59,872.32, correct?
Correct.
Now, Elliott Construction LLC initially or purportedly paid $15,542.98, as we see in Exhibit 2D, which would have left a remaining balance of $44,329.34, but that check was returned insufficient funds, correct?
That is correct.
And Elliott Construction had charged the Best Western $84,800 for that scope of work, but then failed to turn around and pay Standard Industrial, correct?
That is correct.
So as we sit here today, to the best of your knowledge, no money has ever been paid to Standard Industrial for that work. Is that correct?
That's correct.
No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency submits that the defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A11, problems relating to the ability of the contractor as qualifying party or any principal owners to engage in the business of contracting, specifically failing to pay subcontractors.
Lopez moved to find him guilty.
Temple
So you
second.
make, yeah.
Yeah, I have a motion and a second for guilty. Any
Gallo
discussion? What was that again?
I just said my name. Yeah.
Okay, Gallo second. No. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Penalty?
Remove their license.
Condon move to max fine plus revocation of qualifying party status.
Gallo second.
It wasn't noticed on this case, his qualifying party status.
Yeah.
It's noticed on the second case down.
I think it's going to be in item 4. We'll address that. So,
All right, so I amend my motion to max fine plus fees.
Gallo second.
we have a motion by Mr. Condon, a second by Mr. Gallo. Max fine plus costs. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Item 3A, Elliott Construction LLC, case 2024-1224-01, charged with contracting with an unlicensed contractor on the renovation of the Monster Mini Golf Project at 1665 Southwest Railroad Avenue in Hammond. Are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect that no representatives are present.
The agency calls Blaine Anderson to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Anderson. You are employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors, correct?
Yes.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained and prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2D, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Thank you. Mr. Anderson, please take a look at Exhibit 4. Service of the notice of hearing for this matter was made on Elliott Construction via email. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And there, also in Exhibit 4, there is an email delivery receipt to doyleventures@gmail.com, which is the email that's on file with the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors for Elliott Construction, correct?
Correct.
And there's also a United States Postal Service receipt showing delivery of the notice of hearing as well. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, thank you. Now, this matter arises out of a commercial renovation project in Hammond, Louisiana, managed by general contractor Elliott Construction, correct?
Correct.
And as part of your investigation, you requested a subcontractor list from Elliott. Is that correct?
That is correct.
The electrical subcontractor for this job was listed as T. Harris Electric LLC. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, toward the end of the project, a complaint was filed by the project owner who alleged that Elliott Construction had failed to fully compensate several subcontractors on the project, correct?
That's correct.
During your investigation, you learned that the documents relating to the electrical scope of the work on the project were between Elliott Construction and an individual by the name of Marcial Bardalis, not T. Harris Electric. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, Exhibit 2A is a copy of the contract between Elliott and T. Harris Electric and also Mr. Bardalis for the total sum of $150,000. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Exhibit 2B is a copy of the permit for the electrical work that was issued to T. Harris Electric. Is that correct?
Correct.
Exhibit 2C contains copies of payments made to Mr. Bardalis, however. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So according to Mr. Harris, there was an agreement that all the payments from Elliott would go directly to Mr. Bardalis. Is that correct?
Correct.
And while Harris and T. Harris Electric and Elliott Construction asserted that Mr. Bardalis was, quote, an associate of T. Harris, no proof of that association or status has ever been provided to you. Is that correct?
Correct.
Is Mr. Bardalis licensed with the Louisiana State License Board for Contractors?
He is not.
Thank you. No further questions. Given the testimony and the evidence presented, the agency submits that the defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 31-2158-A7, entering into the contract with an unlicensed contractor. And given the prior violations and the pattern of conduct, the agency respectfully submits that revocation of Elliott's license, even though it's already been suspended, is appropriate.
So moved, Stewart.
Second, Meredith.
We have a motion by Mr. Stewart, a second by Mr. Meredith. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Oh, wait.
What's that?
When we so moved what?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't find a, we don't have a,
Did you find him guilty?
guilty. We need a, is that what you were?
Moved to find him guilty.
Yeah.
Second, Meredith.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant, actually, when you did.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Let's just make it clear because this is a,
I got you.
this could go somewhere. Okay?
Yep. So initially, a motion by Mr. Stewart for guilty and a second by Mr. Meredith. Any discussion?
1 second. I have another set of exhibits underneath the same title for T. Harris Electric. They have not been admitted. Are they going to go in on this, or are they going in on another?
That case will be called next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, just checking.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Penalty?
Max, cost.
The request from the from prosecutor was that the license be revoked. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
correct.
Well, then we revoke it. Yeah.
Want to restate your motion?
I make a motion that we revoke his license.
Does that carry with it a fine?
You can fine him as well.
Yep.
And or just hit him with an administrative fee.
Yep.
And revoke his license.
Revoke his license and $1,000 administration fee.
Second, Meredith.
We have a motion by Mr. Stewart for revocation plus a $1,000 cost of hearing, and a second by Mr. Meredith. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Item 3B, T. Harris Electric LLC, case 2024-1224-02, charged with permitting a license to be used for any purpose by any person other than the person to whom the license is issued. Are any representatives present?
Good morning. Can you identify yourself for the record?
Terrence Harris.
Okay. And you have authority to speak on behalf of T. Harris Electric LLC?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I got to swear you in. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Read the charge again.
Charges, please.
Permitting a license to be used for any purpose by any person other than the person to whom the license is issued for the project, the Monster Mini Golf Renovation Project at 1665 Southwest Railroad Avenue in Hammond.
Mr. Harris, how do you wish to plead today?
No contest.
No contest.
Temple, move to accept.
Stewart, second.
We have a motion by Mr. Temple to accept the no contest plea, and a second by Mr. Stewart. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The agency calls Blaine Anderson to the stand.
Mr. Harrison's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Anderson. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
Yes.
If you take a look at the exhibit packed in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer properly to introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2D, 3, and 4.
Mr. Harris, do you have any opposition to these documents coming into the record? Okay. Then they're admitted.
Thank you. Mr. Anderson, this matter arises out of a commercial renovation project in Hammond, Louisiana, managed by general contractor Elyod Construction. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the electrical subcontractor on the project was listed as T. Harris Electric. Is that correct?
Correct.
During your investigation, you learned that documents relating to the electrical scope of work on the project were between Elyod Construction and an individual by the name of Marcial Bardalis, not T. Harris Electric. Is that correct?
Correct.
And Exhibit 2A is a copy of the contract between Elyod and T. Harris and Mr. Bardalis for the total sum of $150,000. Is that correct?
I believe 2A is the permit. 2B.
Yes, permit.
Okay.
2B is the contractor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the permit, Exhibit 2A is a copy of the electrical permit that was issued to T. Harris. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But T. Harris Electric didn't do any of the work on this job, correct?
I can't confirm 100% they didn't do any. I just have the evidence from the payments that were made by the general to Mr. Marshall Bardalis.
So Mr. Bardalis did perform a substantial amount of work on the project, correct?
Majority of the value.
Okay. Is Mr. Bardalis licensed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
He is not.
Okay. No further questions.
Mr. Harris, do you have any questions for the investigator? Okay. Is there any evidence that you would like to submit? No. Would you like to make a statement to the board?
I guess, Mr. Harris, what the board would like to know is how did this happen, and were you fully aware, and what's the explanation for how this went down? It's an egregious, the most egregious charge that the board has is a license your loan, if you will. So.
Yeah, I was aware of what was going on, but I made a mistake.
Can you pull the mic down to where we can hear you?
Yeah, I made a mistake by putting my name on the job, and it didn't have nothing to do with it. But
how much work are you doing now?
I'm doing a little work. Yeah, that's my livelihood. That's all I do.
So you were aware that it was not proper when you engaged in this process?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get paid anything for this?
No.
Khan didn't have a question. Mr. Harris, right here. So what's your relation to Mr. Bardalis?
This is friend.
Not an employee?
No.
And have you done this
working
before?
together, that's all. Huh?
Have you done this before where you loan your license for
the
somebody?
first time I did this.
Mr. Harris, when did you get licensed? How long you had your license?
I got them in, what, 98? I took the test, I think.
Well, okay.
2001.
2001.
Something like that.
This is first appearance?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Meredith?
he's pled no contest.
Yes, sir.
I make a motion we fine him max of $1,000 plus cost.
I'll second that. Stewart?
Hold on, Max. It's not.
So wait, you finding him $1,000 or?
He's licensed to 1,000 max, right?
No, that's not that's not what it is.
Oh, but in this case, we'll go $1,000 plus cost of 1,000.
Wait, could you? What's the motion? Could you restate, Mr. Meredith?
1,000 plus 1,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought he said.
We have a motion.
I would just make one comment too. Like the chairman said, this is the most egregious violation we can have here at the board. And you seem to be a little lackadaisical about it, but since you've been in license for over 25 years, and this is your first offense, that's why you're taking light. But I tell you, next time you come in front, it won't be so light if it's for the same sort of thing.
You won't see me again.
Okay?
All right.
Sir.
All right, we have a motion and a second for 1,000 plus 1,000. That motion was by Mr. Meredith and second by Mr. Stewart. Any other discussion? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Motion carries. I'd say you got off fairly well on that. All right.
Yes.
Mr. Harris, these laws are meant to protect you and people like you who've done everything right, who've gone out and gotten the license, taken the test and all of that. And we're not doing this certainly to make the money. All of this is done to try to protect the contractors who are doing it right. So when you go and you help somebody else circumvent the system, that hurts all of us, all the licensed contractors. So that's what, we're not out here to try to get anybody in trouble or make a bunch of money. The whole point is just to protect you. And so we appreciate it if you'll, in the future, help us do that.
Yes, ma'am.
And also, just to know what Mr. Stewart said, the severity of what you did. Like you said, you got off light because of how long you've been licensed, first offense. But we want you to understand this is not okay at all. This is the worst thing, one of the worst things you could have done.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to leave here understanding, how severe that was. All right.
Point taken.
Hopefully we don't meet again.
We won't.
All right. Thank you.
Item 4A, Elia Construction LLC and Jason Coleman Doyle, case 2025-0659-01. Are any representatives present?
No representatives are present.
He's charged with willful misrepresentation of fact by an applicant in obtaining a license and problems relating to the ability of the contractor, its qualifying party, or any of its principals to engage in the business of contracting.
The agency calls Erica Segura to the stand.
Ms. Segura has been sworn.
Good morning, Ms. Segura. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
Correct.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as exhibits
They're
1,
admitted.
2A through 2J, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Segura, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, is that a copy of the notice of hearing for this matter that was sent to Elia Construction LLC and Jason Doyle via email and certified mail?
Yes.
And also contained in Exhibit 4, there is email correspondence between the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors and Mr. Doyle regarding this hearing today, which was rescheduled to today at Mr. Doyle's request. Is that correct?
Correct.
And there is also an email delivery notice and United States Postal Service delivery notice or receipt showing delivery of that notice of hearing, correct?
Correct.
Now, this matter arises out of a review of an online license renewal request made by Elliott Construction and Mr. Doyle, is that correct?
Correct.
And when those documents were submitted for the renewal were reviewed, there were discrepancies, shall we say, in the answers on the application, is that correct?
Correct.
And at some point, you were assigned to investigate that, is that correct?
Correct.
And during your review, you learned that Elliott Construction LLC and Mr. Doyle provided false information to this board when they submitted the initial contractor's license application, is that correct?
Correct.
And a copy of that application, which was received on October 15th of 2019, can be seen in Exhibit 2A, is that correct?
Correct.
And if you look on page 7, Section 6, Legal Information, Section C asks the following question. Have you ever filed bankruptcy as an individual or under any firm name whatsoever in Louisiana or in any other state within the last 10 years? And Mr. Doyle answered no, is that correct?
That's correct.
And on that same page, Section D asks the following. Are there any liens, judgments, or attachments pending or recorded against you or against any firm in which you had interest at the time such indebtedness was created, or against any property involved under any of your contracts arising out of your previous operations in any state? And again, Mr. Doyle answered no. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, did you obtain a clear report on Elliott and Mr. Doyle?
Yes, I did.
All right. Can you explain briefly what a clear report is?
A clear report is basically a database that gathers and collects public records from multiple sources. And some of those public records would be civil and criminal court filings, arrest and incarceration data, and just basic identification information.
Thank you. And that clear report is attached as Exhibit 2B, I believe. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what you discovered is that Mr. Doyle and or Elliott have an extensive history of bankruptcy, civil suits, judgments, and liens against him and his companies, including 2 current civil suits. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I'd like to go through that clear report and explain to the board some of the things that you found. First, Elliott Construction filed bankruptcy in August of 2019, correct?
That's correct.
And that was in the Eastern District of Louisiana?
Correct.
There's also a judgment recorded in July of 2010 in the Contra County Recorder's Office in Martinez, California for $2,508,725. Is that correct?
Correct.
There are approximately 11 civil judgments filed against Mr. Doyle and or Elliott, totaling approximately $3 or $4 million. Is that correct?
Correct.
There are also approximately 14 state and federal tax liens that have been filed against Elliott and or Mr. Doyle. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, the document attached as Exhibit 2C is a copy of the petition for bankruptcy that we just discussed. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that bankruptcy petition was filed nearly 8 months prior to submitting his application to this board, where he said specifically that he had never filed bankruptcy. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, Exhibits 2D through 2J are all copies of civil suits and judgments against Mr. Doyle or his various companies, correct?
Correct.
And all of those suits, except for one of them, were filed before he submitted his renewal application to this board. Is that correct?
That's correct.
In addition, while this review was going on, a complaint was received during the review in which Dr. and Mrs. Felix and Amy Savoy hired Elliott Construction as a general contractor for a residential project they had at Audubon Boulevard in New Orleans, correct?
Correct.
And the allegation in that complaint is that Elliott Construction failed to pay numerous subcontractors on the project, and they were ultimately terminated. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And finally, Ms. Segura, Mr. Doyle affixed his initials along with his notarized signature to the following statement on page 6 of the application. I certify under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of Louisiana, that all statements, answers, and representations on this form are true and accurate, and I acknowledge that any purposeful false information submitted on behalf of myself and verified by the signature is caused to have license denied or revoked by Louisiana State License Board of Contractors. Is that correct?
That's correct.
No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency submits that defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 37-2158A2, misrepresentation of fact by an applicant in obtaining a license. And given the prior violations and the pattern of conduct, the agency respectfully requests that suspension of Mr. Doyle's qualifying party status is appropriate.
Revocation.
I'm sorry, revocation.
Condon moved, find him guilty.
Temple second.
We have a motion by Mr. Condon, second by Mr. Temple. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Penalty?
Condon moved to revoke his license, qualifying party status, and can we fine him this as well?
Cost.
Sure.
Max fine plus max court cost.
There's a non-project violation right here, so there's no penalty, nothing against an actual max fine. So it's, I don't.
Just administrative penalty.
Just an administrative penalty in this particular case.
All right, I'll amend for administrative penalty only.
All right, so we've got a
removal of qualifying party status and administrative penalty max.
Gallo second.
We have a motion by Mr. Condon, second by Mr. Gallo. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Item 4B, Elliott Construction LLC and Jason Coleman Doyle, case 2025-0659-02. Are any representatives present?
No representatives are present.
The agency calls Erica Segura to the stand.
She's been sworn.
Good morning, Ms. Segura. You are currently employed as an investigator for Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors, correct?
Correct.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer file and introduce these documents into evidence, exhibits 1, 2A through 2M, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Mr. Segura, if you take a look at exhibit 4, is that a copy of the notice of hearing for this matter that was sent to Elliott Construction and Jason Doyle via email and certified mail?
Yes.
And there is an email correspondence between the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors and Mr. Doyle regarding this hearing today, which was rescheduled to today at his request. Is that correct?
Correct.
And there is also an email delivery notice in the United States Postal Service receipt of delivery of the notice of hearing for this matter today, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. Now, Ms. Segura, this matter arises out of review of a complaint from the attorney of Dr. and Mrs. Felix and Amy Savoy, who hired Elliott Construction as a general contractor for a residential lift and renovation project at their home in New Orleans. Is that correct?
Correct.
The permit for this job was pulled by Mr. Doyle and can be seen at Exhibit 2A. Is that correct?
Correct.
The proposal submitted by Elliott Construction to the homeowners in the amount of $595,120 can be seen in Exhibit 2C. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And the contract between the parties we find at Exhibit 2D. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, at some point, Mrs. Savoy began receiving notifications from multiple subcontractors on that project that they had not received payments from Elliott Construction. Is that correct?
Correct.
And in fact, Ms. Savoy stated to you that she paid $17,425 to Benjamin Construction LLC, $22,754.11 to M2 Design Studio, and $1,875 to Demo Diva. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And confirmation of those payments by the homeowner to those subcontractors can be seen in Exhibits 2F, 2G, and 2I. Is that correct?
That's correct.
No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence submitted, the agency submits a defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 37-2158A11, problems relating to the ability of the contractor to engage in the business of contracting, specifically failing to pay subcontractors.
The plea.
Move to find him guilty. Temple.
Condon, second.
Motion and a second for guilty. Question, we have revoked his QP status. Have we officially revoked a licensure yet, or is that required?
The residential license was revoked.
Yeah, that was done earlier.
Okay.
The commercial license are getting terminated because it's been.
All right, I remember that. Okay, I just want to make sure we're good. Okay. All right. Penalty.
You gotta get
Wait, we got to vote on the motion.
vote on it.
I'm sorry. A motion is second for guilty. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right.
Move to find a max plus cost, Temple.
Second, Gwen.
We have a motion and a second. Motion by Mr. Temple, second Mr. Quinn on max fine plus cost. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, are we done with Mr. Dahl?
Yes, we are.
Item E5A, Catamount Constructors, Inc., case 2026-0001-01. Are any representatives present?
No representatives present.
This is for the new construction of Amazon WLN5 Project Eagle. It's an Amazon distribution warehouse at 6098 East Opelousas Street in Lake Charles. They're charged with contracting with unlicensed contractors, 7 counts.
The agency calls Frank Vaughn to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Vaughn. You are currently employed as a supervisory investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
If you take a look at that exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared or which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2H, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Mr. Vaughn, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this matter was made on Catamount Constructors via email. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And there is an email delivery receipt to trip.dunn at catarnountinc.com and jirn.nolan at catarnountinc.com, which are email addresses on file with the Louisiana State License Board for Contractors for Catamount Constructors, which is shown in Exhibit 3. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, Catamount Constructors was the general contractor for construction of the Amazon distribution warehouse located at 6098 East Opelousas Street in Lake Charles with a permitted value of $20,500,000, correct?
Yes, sir.
And a copy of that permit can be seen in Exhibit 2A, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
During your investigation of that project, you learned that Catamount Constructors entered into subcontractor agreements with 7 unlicensed contractors, correct?
Yes, sir.
And copies of the agreements of those 7, of the agreements between Catamount and those 7 unlicensed subcontractors are contained in Exhibits 2B through 2H. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And those subs are the following: Any Installation LLC, DBA Rollout Construction Industries for signage totaling $113,439. Baron Commercial Services LLC for insulation, framing, and drywall work totaling $290,646. CBRE Inc. for the building management system control and monitoring system totaling $143,826. Derek Wilson DBA Deluxe Service Company for striping, pavement marking, and car stops totaling $58,608. Hercules Fence of Maryland LLC for fencing and gates totaling $72,160. M&DK Contractors Inc. for caulking and painting totaling $161,135. And Stone Security LLC for the access control and security system totaling $192,624.13. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So the total amount of contracts with the unlicensed subcontractors is $1,032,438.13, correct?
Yes, sir.
Are any of the subcontractors we just discussed that were hired by Catamount Constructors licensed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
No, sir.
No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency submits that the defendant violated for a total of 7 counts Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A7, entered into a contract with an unlicensed contractor.
Temple moved to find him guilty.
Lopez second.
We have a motion by Mr. Temple, second by Mr. Lopez, to find him guilty. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Condon max fine plus cost.
Temple second.
We have a motion by Mr. Condon for a max fine plus hearing costs of $1,000. We have a second by Mr. Temple. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
For that same project, item 5B, Derek Wilson, doing business as Deluxe Service Company, case 2026-0001-05, charged with acting as a contractor without the required license or proper classification, or any representatives present.
No representatives are present.
The agency calls Frank Vaughn to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Vaughn. You are currently employed as a supervisory investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer file to introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2C, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Mr. Vaughn, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this matter was made on Derek Wilson via email, correct?
Yes, sir.
And also in Exhibit 4, there is an email from Mr. Wilson acknowledging receipt of the notice of hearing, correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, Catamount Constructors was the general contractor for construction of the Amazon distribution warehouse located at 6098 East Opelousas Street in Lake Charles with a permitted value of $20,500,000, correct?
Yes, sir.
And a copy of that permit can be seen in Exhibit 2A?
Yes, sir.
And during your investigation, you learned that Catamount Constructors entered into subcontractor agreements with several unlicensed contractors, correct?
Yes, sir.
And copies of the agreements between Catamount Constructors and Mr. Henry, DBA Deluxe Service Company, is attached as Exhibit 2C, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, the contract with Derek Wilson, DBA Deluxe Service Company, is for striping, pavement marking, and car stops totaling $58,608. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is Derek Wilson, DBA Deluxe Service Company, licensed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
No, sir.
No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency submits that the defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A1, bidding or conducting work without the proper license.
Quinn, move to find him guilty.
Gallo second.
I have a motion, Mr. Quinn, second by Mr. Gallo, find him guilty. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Penalty?
Condon max fine plus fees. Lopez second.
We have a motion by Mr. Condon to maximum fine plus $1,000 cost, and a second by Mr. Lopez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Item 5C, Hercules Fence of Maryland, LLC. They called me this morning and requested a continuance. They've applied for their license, and they're asking for another month to obtain.
We have a motion for continuance.
Condon move to continue. Lopez second.
I have a motion by Mr. Condon, second by Mr. Lopez for continuance. Any discussion? All in favor?
Is this their second time trying to continue, or their first?
They're first.
Oh, first. All right, yeah, that's it.
All right, we have a motion and a second for continuance. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Item 5D, M&DK Contractors, Inc., case 2026-001-07, charged with acting as a contractor without the required license or proper classification, or any representatives present.
No representatives are present.
The agency calls Frank Vaughn to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Vaughn. You are currently employed as a supervisory investigator with the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors, correct?
Yes, sir.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer file to introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2E, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Thank you. Mr. Vaughn, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this matter today was made on M&DK Contractors via email. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Also contained in Exhibit 4 is an email from M&DK Contractors acknowledging receipt of the notice of hearing. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, Catamount Constructors was the general contractor for construction of the Amazon distribution warehouse located at 6098 East Opelousas Street in Lake Charles with a permitted value of $20,500,000, correct?
Yes, sir.
And a copy of that permit can be seen at Exhibit 2A.
Yes, sir.
During your investigation of that project, you learned that Catamount Constructors entered into subcontractor agreements with several unlicensed subcontractors, correct?
Yes, sir.
One of those subcontractors was M&DK Contractors, correct?
Yes, sir.
A copy of the agreement between Catamount Constructors and M&DK Contractors is listed or provided in Exhibit 2C. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the contract with M&DK Contractors was for caulking and painting totaling $161,135.
Yes, sir.
The bid provided by M&DK Contractors is attached as Exhibit 2B, correct?
Yes, sir.
And there was also a change order as set forth in Exhibit 2D that shows the total price to be $161,135, right?
Yes, sir.
Is M&DK Contractors licensed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
No, sir.
Thank you. No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence submitted, the agency submits that defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 37-2158A1, bidding or conducting work without the proper license.
Lopez moved to find him guilty.
Gallo second.
We have a motion and a second for guilty. Any discussion?
One discussion, just curious. It said that he applied in February earlier this year. What happened with that? He failed the test, or did he just?
It's pending. They need to do the background investigation, and they need some financial documents from them.
Oh, okay.
So it's pending disposition of this, or is it just something outside of it?
The application process.
All right, well, we're talking about the plea right now. We got a motion and a second for guilty. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I don't know if we want to consider a contingent.
I have a motion to find a max penalty plus court costs.
I have a motion for max.
Stewart second.
We have a second by Mr. Stewart. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Item E6 for the new construction of the Big Four trucking project at 62204 Commercial Street in Roseland, Louisiana. Mark Joseph Mashon, case 2024-0770-01. Charged with permitting a license to be used for any purpose by any person other than the person to whom the license is issued. Are any representatives present?
Yes. Can you identify yourself for the record?
Mark Masson, owner.
Owner. Okay, can you, I need to swear you in. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can you reread the charges to the...
He's charged with permitting a license to be used for any purpose by any person other than the person to whom the license is issued at the Big Four trucking project at 62204 Commercial Street in Roseland, Louisiana.
Sir, how do you wish to plead today?
No contest.
No contest? Okay.
Temple move to accept.
Gallo second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The agency calls Blaine Anderson to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Anderson. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors, correct?
Yes.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained and prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer file and introduce these documents and evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2E, 3, and 4.
Sir, do you have any opposition to these documents coming in the record? No. They're admitted.
Thank you. Mr. Anderson, this case arises out of a new commercial construction project in Roseland, Louisiana, being managed by general contractor Mark Joseph Mashon. Is that correct?
Correct.
Mr. Mashon was hired by Smitty's Supply, which we see in the contract attached as Exhibit 2A. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, at the outset of your investigation, you requested a subcontractor list, correct?
That's correct.
Now, several months in, while monitoring the construction, you observed a scope of work that was not provided on the initial subcontractor list, which was the installation of large commercial-sized overhead doors. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
So you requested information about that contractor and learned it was a contractor by the name of Quality Doors. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And as you investigated, you learned that Quality Doors had completed work at a cost exceeding $50,000 and had actually been contracted out and hired directly by the owner of the project, Smitty Supply, correct?
That's correct.
Exhibit 2B is a copy of the invoices sent by Quality Doors directly to Smitty's Supply, correct?
That's correct.
And Exhibit 2C is a copy of payments from Smitty's directly to Quality Doors, correct?
That is correct.
And you later learned that Smitty Supply also directly contracted out the steel erection of the building to a company by the name of Momentum Contracting. Is that correct?
Correct.
And a copy of the invoice for Momentum Contracting directly to Smitty's is attached as Exhibit 2D. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. No further questions.
Mr. Mason, do you have any questions for the investigator?
No, I do not.
Do you have any evidence of your own you'd like to submit?
So the building erection and stuff was also done before I came on board. They were agreed to it beforehand. I was okay with it. Didn't realize I was doing anything wrong with that. I pulled the permits, work started. The doors, they were working down the street on a project already. They do a lot of work for Smitty's. They asked if they could do the job. I said, yeah, no problem with it. They did not bill me. They billed Smitty's directly. I didn't know there was an issue with them paying them directly either. And that's how we came to this.
Any questions from the board?
Let me turn my mic. Condon, I have a couple questions.
Yes,
the building was erected when you...
No, sir. They was paid for, agreed upon. All the work was done before I took, and so no dirt work, nothing was done before I pulled a permit.
Okay, and you had a $900,000 contract, right?
Yes.
As a licensed general contractor.
Yes, sir.
And of these, all the things we see where the owner paid direct, how much of that $900,000 did you perform?
It's going to be about half of it.
So included in the $900,000 was the pre-engineered metal.
Yes, I included all into my permit fee whenever we did the permitting.
But it's also in your contract.
Yes, I've still overseen it. I'm still responsible for it. They just made the purchase before me.
Did you ever change order out the cost of the metal building?
No.
Okay, thanks.
What do you see the role of I mean, you took the licensing exam. What do you see a general contractor's?
My job, I feel, is to make sure the job is done correctly and safely, and everybody is paid at the end of the day, and there's no conflict or anything like that. They had already made prior arrangements with the building company before I was ever hired, so I just kept that in motion, and moved on forward. But in my contract, because of the building costs and everything, that was added into my contract also.
That was added in so that you could put it on the permit. Why did you have something that you weren't? I'm having trouble.
I still overseen the project getting done. I just didn't have anything to do with the payment of that part of it.
I understand, but if I write a contract, any kind of contract, even if it's outside of construction, if I say, hey, you're going to pay me this much money to do this work, I expect to get paid.
My 5% includes that part of the building. I'm only charging them a 5% charge over top, but so I am getting paid my percentage rate for the building itself also.
So you were serving more as a construction manager than you were a general contractor?
I've hired everybody else. Like I said, they just had this in prior existing before they. So from my understanding is they didn't realize that they were going to need to pull permits. They thought they were going to be able to oversee this themselves. Once realizing they couldn't, they contacted me, and we come to agreement that I would keep what they already had in place and move forward and take over the project, pull the permits, and take care of everything from there.
So in this particular case, he was theoretically paid for the full value for management services and his fee for that. He just didn't pay the building sub directly in those things. So, and that's a tremendous flaw here.
I see that, but he's either, I don't know, just from looking at this, the contract, that's not what it says. If he even just get the
it includes the total amount.
Right. So it seems that he's either trying to do something he knows is wrong, or I'm having trouble with buying that he didn't know what he was doing and didn't know he wasn't supposed to do it, because you wouldn't have written a contract like that if you didn't realize that that's how you were supposed to do it.
That's kind of a contract that I pulled just in general, and went over and tried to use myself. I don't have nobody that writes my contracts. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
No, I understand, but if you expected to get 5%, then I would write a contract for the amount you're expecting to get paid. Anyway, that.
The total oversee was 900 something thousand. That's what I'm getting the 5% off of.
You received $900,000?
No, that's what the total contract is for, including the building and the work.
That's the project value.
Yes.
Your contract was not for $900,000 is what you're saying. It was for 5% of the $900,000
Yes.
to manage the project. Do you see the problem here?
Honestly, I don't. I'm not.
You don't?
I'm sorry. I mean,
You used your license to permit the full value of the project, and then you allowed others to employ non-licensed or...
they're employed, but they did that beforehand. So initially my charge was working for a non-licensed contractor. When no work was ever performed before I pulled the contract.
We pulled a permit.
Before the permit was pulled.
Are you still a licensed contractor? You're intending to continue?
Yes.
Are you going to continue doing this type of
Oh,
contractual
no, I'm going to learn from
arrangement?
this one.
How do you avoid it?
I will seek legal and...
I would recommend that. Condon, I'd like to find... What was your plea?
No contest.
No contest.
All right, then I would like to move that we fine you $2,000 plus $1,000 fees.
Lopez, second.
All right, we have a motion by Mr. Condon for a $2,000 plus $1,000 cost, and a second by Mr. Lopez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Generous board today. Again, sir, we don't expect to see you again either. That's again, I think you heard it before. This is one of the more egregious things, and you know, just it's a situation where you took the test, your license, you understand the business and law side. You need to know what the law is. I appreciate you're not a lawyer. Most of us up here are not, but at the end of the day, you got to understand what you're doing. You're putting other contractors at risk by doing the same thing. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
The next case is NCMC LLC. They've retained counsel who reached out yesterday and requested a continuance to October the 15th.
Temple move to continue.
Lopez, second.
We have a motion by Mr. Temple and a second by Mr. Lopez to continue. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next.
Neville's Electric LLC, case 2024-1225-03 for the project, the renovation of the Spark by Hilton Hotel project at 42126 Veterans Avenue in Hammond. No charge with contracting with an unlicensed contractor. Are any representatives present?
No representatives are present.
The agency calls Blaine Anderson to the stand.
Mr. Anderson's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Anderson. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors, correct?
Yes.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer file to introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2D, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Mr. Anderson, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this matter today was made on Neville's Electric via email. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And there's a delivery receipt showing delivery to the email address admin@nevelleselectric.us, which is the email address on file with the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors as shown in Exhibit 3, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, this case arises out of a contract between a company by the name of Avancer Construction with HAP Hammond to renovate the old La Quinta Inn in Hammond, Louisiana, correct?
Correct.
You received Avancer's initial list of subcontractors, but it was emailed from an account belonging to Neville's Electric, correct?
That's correct.
So you were confused by this because Neville's Electric obviously is listed as an electrical subcontractor on the project, correct?
Correct.
So when you asked for an explanation of the relationship between Avancer and Neville's replied via email that the two companies were, quote, partners on the project and that the companies were owned by the same man, Stephen Neville's, correct?
That's correct.
Now, Mr. Nevels is listed as a qualifying party to Nevels Electric and a member of Advancer Construction, correct?
That's correct.
And when you conducted your final site visit on this project, you sent an email to the email address of Advancer and Nevels at admin Nevels Electric US requesting all documentation related to the project, correct?
Correct.
And after several months, Nevels Electric finally emailed copies of project-related documents to you, the majority of which substantiated the fact that in most cases and scopes of work, Advancer acted as the general contractor for this project, correct?
Correct.
However, a handful of invoices from Nevels Electric were addressed directly to HAP Hammond, correct?
Correct.
And a gentleman by the name of Patel with HAP Hammond later emailed you a payment register showing payments made directly by HAP to Nevels, correct?
Correct.
But HAP Hammond is not licensed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors, is that correct?
They are not.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency submits the defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A7, entering into a contract with an unlicensed contractor.
Gallo, motion to find him guilty.
Temple, second.
Got a motion by Mr. Gallo, second by Mr. Temple to find him guilty. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Also move to find max penalty plus court costs.
Temple, second.
We have a motion by Mr. Gallo and second by Mr. Temple. Find the max fine plus cost of hearing. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Omega Industrial Services LLC, case 2024-0161-02. Are any representatives present?
Good morning, Board. Ryan Howe on behalf of Omega Industrial.
And can you, do you have authority to speak on behalf of the company?
I do.
Okay, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can you please reread the charges to
He's
the...
an attorney.
Is he an attorney?
Yes, I am.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Not required to tell the truth.
Not, yeah.
I was like, that's never happened before.
Well,
but I'll do it.
If he were to testify, we would have to swear him in, even though he is an attorney, but
Yeah.
there's going to be Mr. Howe's going to present a settlement offer, so this is going to be a moot question.
Well, he's also a qualifying party for the company.
Oh, okay.
All right.
They're charged with acting as a contractor without the required license or proper classification on the new construction of First Baptist Church of Ponchatoula at 302 East Pine Street in Ponchatoula.
And how does Omega plead?
No contest.
Temple, move to accept.
Brown second.
I have a motion by Mr. Temple, second by Ms. Brown. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
I believe Mr. Howe has a settlement offer he wishes to present to the board.
Yeah, so we'd like to propose an offer of $4,000 for penalties and $1,000 for administrative costs, for $5,000 total.
Somebody accept that motion.
Can we have discussion?
Did somebody accept it?
Temple, move to accept.
We have a motion to accept
Stewart, second.
and a second by Mr. Stewart. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank y'all.
Mr. Hearing Officer, just for the record, I'd like to offer file and introduce the exhibits in this matter, Exhibit 1, 2A through 2E, 3, and 4 into the record.
Do you have any opposition to that coming in the record?
No objection.
They're admitted.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Jake's HVAC and Contracting LLC, case 2025-1893-01. Are any representatives present?
No representatives are present. No representatives are present.
Thank you. The agency calls Michael Futrell to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Futrell. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
That's correct.
If you take a look at the exhibit packet in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared or which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, they are.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer file and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2C, 3, and 4.
They're admitted.
Mr. Futrell, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this matter was made on Jake's HVAC via United States Postal Service, correct?
Correct.
And there is a United States Postal Service receipt showing delivery to Jake's HVAC. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, thank you. Now, this case arises out of a complaint regarding an alleged unlicensed contractor bidding and receiving a contract for a chip seal project in Concordia Parish, correct?
Correct.
Now, you thereafter contacted the Concordia Parish Police Jury, and they told you that they had received bids on the project and awarded a contract to Jake's HVAC, correct?
That's correct.
So you requested copies of the bids and contract and ultimately received those documents, correct?
Correct.
And the bid can be found at Exhibit 2B, is that right?
Yes.
And the contract between those parties can be seen at Exhibit 2C, correct?
That's correct.
And according to that contract, the value of this project was $750,000, correct?
Correct.
And at some point, you later contacted Jake Paul, who is the owner of Jake's HVAC, and about this matter, and he admitted that he was not licensed to perform this work, correct?
That is correct.
And you later checked the records of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors to confirm that Jake's HVAC is not licensed?
That's correct.
All right, thank you. No further questions. Given the testimony and the evidence submitted, the agency submits the defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A1, bidding or conducting work without the proper license.
Lopez moved to find him guilty.
Gallo second.
A motion by Mr. Lopez, second by Mr. Gallo, to find him guilty. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Lopez moved to max fine plus cost.
Gallo second.
We have a motion by Mr. Lopez, second by Mr. Gallo for a maximum fine plus administrative costs. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The next item 11 is now a settlement offer, and that'll be presented under Section F. Item 12 for the project, the 4 abandoned water well plugging projects at 321 Auburn Drive, Karen Crow, Louisiana, and 917 South Fieldspan Road in Doosan, Waterboys Water Well Services, LLC. Case 2026-0315-01. Are any representatives present?
Yes, my name is Scott Russo. I'm owner of Waterboys Water Well Services.
And I need to swear you in. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
Can you reread the charges to the...
They're charged with acting as a contractor without the required license or proper classification. 4 counts.
Mr. Russo, how do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
The agency calls John LeBlanc to the stand.
He's been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. LeBlanc. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
Yes.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer file and introduce these documents into evidence as exhibits 1, 2A through 2E, 3, and 4.
Mr. Russo, do you have any opposition to these exhibits going into the record?
Yes, I would like to suppress.
Okay.
The reason I want to suppress is because at the time that these offenses occurred, or alleged offenses occurred, water well contracting was not a part of the contracting board, and under LAC 56, I didn't need to have a contract to subcontract a person with a license, which I did.
Mr. Russo, there'll be time for you to make a more formal argument later. Just as it pertains to these documents, their authenticity, whether you believe that they're...
I mean, if that's the case, then I just don't see there's no efficacy to that. I mean, the documents are all fine, but I just don't see where they should be why they should be omitted.
Okay, well, I'm going to find them relevant. So against your opposition, the exhibits will be admitted.
Thank you. Mr. LeBlanc, this case arises out of a complaint that Waterboys Water Well Service was doing water well work without a license. Is that correct?
Yes.
You contacted Mr. Russo, who is the owner of Waterboys, and he said that he contracted with a company by the name of Magnolia Water and was asked to plug 4 abandoned wells. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he also told you that he provided estimates for all 4 of those wells at 2 different locations, which totaled $2,952 for each location, or an overall total of $5,904. Is that correct?
Yes.
And we see copies of those estimates in Exhibit 2B, is that correct?
Yes.
And invoices for that work can be found in Exhibit 2C, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you check the records of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for contractors to determine if Waterboys, Water Well Service, or Mr. Russo were licensed?
Yes, I did. I found no license.
All right. No further questions.
All right, Mr. Russo, do you have any questions for Investigator LeBlanc?
No, but I do have something that I'd like to admit.
We can do that in a sec. Wait, you want to admit some evidence?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that in 1 second. So no further questions for Mr. LeBlanc?
No.
Okay, does the prosecution have any other evidence it wants to put on?
Nothing further, subject to cross-examination of Mr. Russo if he testifies.
Absolutely. Okay, this is your turn, Mr. Russo, to put on any evidence you have.
Okay, so I don't have a physical copy, but I have an email copy.
Did you email a copy to the board before the hearing?
No.
Okay. The only form you have it on is on your phone?
Yeah. Say that.
What is it?
What is the?
So this is an email stating that I actually passed the test while it was under the Department of Natural Resources to have my license, and they were going to give me my license in March. So then all of this took place.
March of what year? Sorry.
26. So the rules all changed. We were all notified in January of 26, and they revoked that due to the licensing now being with the Board of Contractors. So, I mean, like, I just wanted to show that.
Sure. So, sorry. First we'd have to determine if there's opposition. If there isn't any opposition, then we would recess and print it for the board so they can see it.
I think we should print it so I can look at it and see what it is before I determine whether I have any opposition to it.
Absolutely. Yep.
You want to recess, or can we continue to ask questions while that's it?
No, we're still at the evidence phase. We need to stop, let the prosecution see, then oppose, and then continue with the hearing process.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. We'll recess until that point.
All right.
We are in recess.
All right. Don't be too long. The printer's not as slow as the elevator.
Just for 2025 form. They were still saying here.
Recess. I'll entertain a motion.
Temple, second. Temple. Motion. Let's go.
I know, but we got
How many do
Brown
we have?
second.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got plenty. All right, good deal. Let's go ahead and call roll.
Lee Mallett, William Cluott,
Here.
Brian Bordelon, Nora Broussard,
Here.
Kristen Brown,
Here.
Kyle Condon,
Here.
Kim DiGiovanni, David Gallo,
Here.
Adam Gwynn,
Here.
Stephen Hackworth, Harvey Honore,
Here.
Curtis Joseph, Donald Lambert,
Here.
Andy Lopez,
Here.
Garland Meredith,
Here.
Christopher Stewart, Elliot Temple,
Here.
Keith Tillage. We have a quorum.
All right, thank you. I had a printer going.
Add a toner.
Crank stop. Yes.
Sending it to Jamie, and then they print it out on that printer.
Just pass it around.
Can we at least summarize what we're going to talk about?
Mike.
While they're getting this information, Mr. Hearing Officer, I think we would like to go ahead and suspend this hearing pending the production of these documents. And we go to item F, settlement offers. We get settlement offers done. When the items are printed, we'll come back.
Temple, so moved.
Mr. Cluott would like to do that.
Yeah.
Temple, so moved.
Gallo, second.
We have a motion and a second to suspend this actual hearing and move to item F. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
We're going to come back as soon as the materials is done. So we're going to go to item F.
All right. Settlement offers.
Omega Builders LLC, case 2024-0161-01. They're offering no contest plea, a $2,000 fine, and $3,000 costs. Mudtech LLC, case 2024-0161-03. A no contest plea, a $1,000 fine, $1,000 costs. Superior Flooring Interior and Design LLC, case 2024-0161-04. They're offering no contest plea, a $1,000 fine, $1,000 costs. FCA Roofing LLC, case 2025-0916-01. They're offering no contest plea, a $1,500 fine plus $1,000 costs. Hap Hammond LLC, case 2024-1225-02. They're offering no contest plea, a $1,000 fine plus $1,000 costs. Reggie Broussard's Air Conditioning and Heating LLC, case 2024-1642-03. They're offering no contest plea, a $1,000 fine plus $1,000 costs. Smitty Supply Inc., case 2024-0770-02. They're offering no contest plea, a $2,500 fine plus $1,000 costs. Quality Doors LLC, case 2024-0770-03. They're offering no contest plea, a $1,000 fine plus $1,000 costs. Momentum Contracting LLC, case 2024-0770-04. They're offering no contest plea, a $4,000 fine plus $1,000 costs. Barong Commercial Services LLC, case 2026-0001-03. They're offering no contest plea, a $2,500 fine plus $1,000 costs. AP Dotson LLC, case 2025-0194-01. They're offering no contest plea, a $2,000 fine plus $1,000 costs. And item E11, Pelican Fencing and Exteriors LLC, case 2025-1389-04. They're offering no contest plea, a $1,000 fine plus $1,000 costs.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I would like to off file introduce the exhibit packets for each of these cases and their respective records.
They're admitted.
Thank you.
Motion to accept, Meredith. Second, Donald Lambert.
We have a motion by Mr. Meredith, a second by Mr. Lambert to accept the offers as presented. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
We have a rehearing request with a settlement offer, Seamless Flooring Solutions LLC, case 2024-0546-01. They're offering no contest plea, $1,000 fine, $1,000 costs.
Mr. Hearing Officer.
Oh,
Go ahead.
you need to have,
A motion to rehear.
Motion to hear. Yep. We have a motion. And a second?
Condon second.
Condon second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I'd like to off-file introduce the exhibit packet for this matter into the record.
It's admitted.
Thank you.
All right.
settlement.
Temple move to accept.
One second.
Have a motion to accept and a second by Mr. Quinn. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Statutory citations.
Roof Nola LLC, case 2025-0916-02. S&J Brothers Dirt Works LLC, case 2025-1686-01. Any Installation LLC, doing business as Rollout Construction Industries, case 2026-0001-02. CBRE Inc., case 2026-0001-04. Capital Signs and Awnings LLC, case 2025-0194-02. All no contest pleas and $1,000 costs have been paid.
Mr. Hearing Officer, I offer file and introduce the exhibit packets for each of these cases in their respective records.
They're admitted.
Thank you.
Condon move to accept.
One second.
We have a motion by Mr. Condon, a second by Mr. Quinn. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Do we want on exemption requests, or are we ready to go back to?
I'm ready. Please continue.
All right, keep going. All right, exemption requests.
Gwen, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the recommendations of.
Can you pull your mic down by something?
Gwen, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the recommendation of the exemption committee as follows. Kyle Corey must test. Mohammed Halabi must test. Mustafa Haji must test. David Allen Knepp must test. Vincent Anthony Jr., only residential, must test for all other requests. Selena Ronigan, exception granted. And Gabrielle McKellar must test. David Rodas must test. David Stutz must test. Keith Andrew Wiseman must test. And Dana Daigle Young, exemption granted for HVAC only.
Second, Gallo.
We have a motion and a second. Motion by Mr. Quinn, second by Mr. Gallo. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Reports. Treasurer, do you want to, Mr.
Mr. Barlon is not with us today. He's away on business. I can tell you that y'all were emailed the financial statements for the last 3 months recently. Our revenues are greater than they were last year. We're still in a good position. Not a lot of details there. It's just business as usual, sir.
All right. Any other staff report issues?
I have a few, but I think they're ready to go, unless I'm mistaken. And we can dispose of this
All right. Well, that's good. We can head back there then.
They're ready.
There they are. Mr. Beavers has it for you.
All right. Back to item F. Is it? Is it?
Motion to reconvene on water well. Is the water money done?
Yeah.
We need a motion of.
12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do we actually need a motion to reconvene on that, or I think we're good.
We're just going back to item E12.
Okay. Where do we stand, Counselor?
So just to clear up the record, Mr. Russo is offering what looks to be a text message or email dated 1/27/25 into the record. And we need to know if the prosecution has had time to review it, and do they oppose this coming in?
I have reviewed it. No opposition to it coming into the record.
It's admitted.
Move to accept.
No, the document's admitted into the record. Now, Mr. Russo, you can discuss this with the board. You can use it as evidence now for your case.
Basically, I applied to get a license through the Department of Natural Resources. They said that I didn't have enough experience, so the email that you are reading shows what I had to do, which I followed, and then the law changed in January. That's when all of the water well contractors were made aware that the law was going to change from the licensing going from the Department of Natural Resources to here. So effectively, I never received that license. So this is just going to basically character, and I was trying to do things the right way with the previous department.
And who's this email for?
Nicholas Klein, geologist at the Department of Conservation and Energy.
And what do you represent that this email says?
That I was on track to get my water well driller's license in March. I'm sorry, yes, of 26.
As I read it, it says that you are not eligible, and that it's outlining deficiencies.
Because I took the test and I passed the test, and then they had made it apparent that I didn't have enough experience to receive my license. So then at the bottom it shows where I was on track to receive it in March of 26.
It shows you were on track, but not necessarily that you didn't actually receive any certification.
No.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions by the board? All right, the prosecution.
Mr. Russo, do you have the exhibit pack in front of you?
I do.
Can you take a look at Exhibit 2A? There's a water well driller enforcement routing form. Do you see that?
2A, yes.
Isn't it true that you were issued a cease and desist order by the Department of Natural Resources because you were operating without a license? And that cease and desist was issued to you in October of 2025?
I received cease and desist, and I was never explained on, there was no instances that they told me that I was drilling.
And as of today, you have not formally applied for or been granted a license by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors either. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you've never been granted a license prior to enforcement being moved over to this agency. You were never granted a license by the Department of Natural Resources either, correct?
The time frames overlap, so no.
All right, thank you. No further questions.
All right, Mr. Russo, is there any other evidence that you would like? There'll be a time for statements, but any other evidence you want to submit?
No.
Okay. Does the prosecution have anything in rebuttal? Does the prosecution have anything in rebuttal?
Nothing further.
Okay. All right, we're moving to closing statements. Is there anything else you want to say to the board?
I have done several jobs. I have offered contracts. I've gotten many contracts, not only with the people who Delahoose's Water Well Services and Sheldon's Water Well Services, but actually the president of the Groundwater Association, Terry Sweer. He was the primary contract license holder while we drilled wells, we plugged and abandoned wells, and there was never an issue before then. And now, at this point in time, there's an issue here, and it just happens to be at the same time that the rules went from one department to now this board. So that's what I'm just really confused on. Why these were brought up.
I guess from what you're telling me, again, I'm using your words earlier. You were never licensed and you were never certified.
Correct.
And you were operating under other people that were experienced in the field, and certainly you have to get some experience in there. And I do understand the complication of the transition here, but at no point in time were you ever certified by any agency to drill.
No.
Okay, so by definition, you were in violation. Even under the previous
But under LAC 56, there's no statute saying that a subcontractor has to have a license. As long as a licensed individual is on site, which they were, that I could sell jobs, and that's also according to Ms. Jamie Love, who is also a petroleum engineer at the Department of the DNRDCE.
But if you are drilling, if you're drilling and but you're not required to be licensed, is what you're saying.
As long as there's a licensed individual on site, we can do business.
Was not my understanding, but can you help me out, Counselor?
Well, I think what Mr. Russo is testifying about is actually moot, because the reason we're here today is because of the project that we're here to discuss, which was bid in December of 2025, when this matter was formally before this board.
Okay.
So there is no question whatsoever that licensure was required at that
We were
point.
not made aware until January.
You're deemed to know what the law is. I should say individuals are deemed to know what the law is. Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
The entirety of the industry, the water well drilling industry, did not know that this was going to happen until January of 26, which at the water well convention, they told everybody, and everybody was blindsided by this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Since
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You may be able but this happened before the transition. We're not talking about any of the transition stuff. We're talking about in December. You weren't
A
you were in violation.
licensed driller was with me at the time that I did these jobs.
Mr. Chair, could I try to clear?
Yeah, Mr. Hassel, please help us out.
I believe he's correct in some ways. They didn't know. They did not know. To be fair, we didn't know until mid-September of 2025 that we would take over the licensing enforcement of licensing regulatory acts relative to water wells.
Right.
However, that authority transferred to this agency October 1, 2025. So we thoroughly, clearly, definitively are the regulatory agency as of October 1, 2025. Whatever Title 56 says really doesn't matter at this point. It hasn't mattered since October 1, 2025. We are the agency that addresses this. We have no authority over Title 56. And the Department of Conservation and Energy, previously the Department of Natural Resources, relinquished all authorities to do with the construction, drilling, plugging of abandoned wells, etc. October 1, 2025.
Okay.
So the confusion or the lack of information,
it's valid.
I feel is pain. However,
if it was one person, I can understand. It is an
so
entire
you're here to
industry.
argue your case. That's all I can tell you. We have notified everybody that we can even begin to notify. Your groundwater association has made numerous emails to ask y'all to get licensed, and what I
And
understand
that was all after these
Mr. Hassel, can I ask you a question? Have you had other water well contractors licensed since October 1st?
Sure. Somewhere around 160, give or take.
And were any of those prior to January 1?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how would they have known?
I'm assuming through the Groundwater Association, which is their industry trade group. CNE has sent numerous emails to those people that they have emails addresses for. I don't know how CNE made that notification.
And I'm going to say this was a sloppy transition
100%.
by the state, and this falls on our authority. I think while we understand your pain, I think technically, personally, you're in violation technically. But I think what this board will do, based on the questions that'll come to you, one, do you plan to get licensed? Do you want to continue in this business?
Absolutely.
Because we need good contractors, right? We need that first and foremost. That's our duty here, is to make sure you're properly licensed and properly qualified. And the duality of the certification and with the Department of Natural Resources and the Contractor Licensing Board is a little confusing. I get that. And I'm going to ask the board to work with you on this, but I think technically, personally, you're in violation, and I want you to understand that. But at the end of the day, I think this board's gonna work with you on that and show you a little bit of mercy, but you have to understand the timing of it and the way the laws are. We don't enact those laws, by the way. We just kind of enforce those things, much like you got to live with them. So,
I got a question. Could we find him guilty and give him like 180 days to get his license, and if he gets his license, we could reverse that guilty?
You could do a
Or
contingent.
no contest.
You could
yeah,
do a
Can I give it?
contingent.
we could.
Does he want to change his plea? I mean,
I'll change my plea to no contest.
Can I get a motion to accept
I think
the
you could do a
change, please?
contingent plea like you do elsewhere, or whatever.
Yeah.
Do we have to make a
All right, so you
Yeah,
want
we
to
got to
change your
accept
plea?
his no contest plea.
When move to accept no contest.
Condon second.
I have a motion by Mr. Quinn, a second by Mr. Cotton to no contest plea. And again, we work with you on this. I appreciate it. Fine. Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
I move that we give the, we find him guilty of charged and a.
No, he's already been no contest.
No
We're not-
contest,
we're
I'm
on the
sorry. We give him 180 days to get a license. If he doesn't get a license within 180 days, we fine him $1,000 plus court costs.
All right, and if he does get licensed within 100,
Okay, we can't do that.
what's that?
Maximum fine is $590. Okay.
All right, so
Yeah,
I'm going to
it
amend my
says-
motion to the max penalties, because it's only $590 and court costs, and give him 180 days to get a valid license in Louisiana.
All right, and it'll be reduced to
Zero.
0 and no cost?
And no cost?
And I'll second.
All right, let's be clear, Mr. Gallows, as I understand it, his motion is to a maximum fine plus $1,000 cost, which is about $1,590 something dollars, whatever that number is.
To be reduced.
But if we were to get licensed in 180 days, we reduce that to no fine and no cost.
We have a
That's
second.
his motion, and we had a second by Mr.
With his work and bidding jobs and all that?
Yeah.
In the interim of the.
He has to get licensed to execute work, Mr. Lambert. All right, all right, that's the motion. Do you have the second? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, could I just make one comment to this?
Yeah.
Just to make sure the gentleman's perfectly clear. You cannot drill a water well, period.
Until you're
Give an estimate, a quote. Don't drive by a water well. And it should not take you 180 days to do it. You could literally do it in 3 days. I have the opinion that if you come back again with a violation that occurs after this date, this is not going to be as generous as it is.
And look, this staff's going to work with you to get that. And look, we appreciate it and apologize for all the confusion at the end of the day. We've got a lot thrown at us over the last several months by the state trying to clean up a lot of things. And but there have been others that have been in your position and have got properly contracted, so and licensed. So
Thank you for hearing me.
all right,
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
all right, board business. Let's see, where we at?
All right, board business.
Do we still have staff?
Let's go ahead, Mr. Temple.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to ratify the actions taken by the residential subcommittee on August 19th, 2026.
Condon second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Anything else?
That's it.
All righty.
Resolution.
Yeah, we got one resolution, and I want to preface. Go ahead, Mr. Hassert.
Before we get to the resolution, I think you have an announcement to make about a change of the executive committee.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to. I didn't know if you wanted to do it. Well, look, Mr. Borderline has served us as Secretary Treasurer for quite some time and has done a fantastic job with the demands on his job, and they're guilty of being extremely successful over there at Triad, evidently. And his time, he's not able to dedicate that time, and he felt like he should be replaced in that position. And we, as the executive committee, have recommended Mr. Kyle Condon take that position. And, but that position has to be ratified by this board. And with that, there's a resolution that's going to be read here in just a second, and a vote that we have to go through, so, to accept that. Yeah, all right. So with that,
I'll make the motion.
motion that Mr. Condon be serve as our treasurer.
Temple second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Resolution.
All right. Lopez has a resolution 2026-04, a resolution to designate bank signature authorities for all accounts at Red River Bank, whereas Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors deems it necessary to designate individual authorized to operate the board's bank accounts, and whereas to the extent deemed necessary and appropriate by the board for the efficient implementation of its responsibilities under Chapter 24 of Title 37 of the Louisiana Revised Statutes, the board may delegate its powers and duties to its staff by specific resolution by the board pursuant to LA Revised Statute 372153G. Therefore, be it resolved that this resolution supersedes and replaces any prior resolutions regarding authorized signatories. The following individuals are hereby authorized to take all necessary actions for the operation of the accounts and to act as signatories on behalf of the board for its bank accounts held at Red River Bank. Kyle Condon, Treasurer; Brad Hassert, Executive Director; Jana Leger, Deputy Executive Director, Administration; Maria Brady, Account Administrator 1. Be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect August 20th, 2026, and shall remain in full force and effect until such time that it is formally modified or revoked by a subsequent resolution of the board.
1 second.
Mr. Chair, you're going to need a roll call vote for that.
Need a roll call. Mr. Walker.
Lee Mallett. William Cluott.
Aye.
Well, you got yes or no?
Brian Bordelon. Noah Broussard.
Here.
Kristen Brown.
Aye.
Kyle Condon.
Aye.
Kim DiGiovanni. David Gallo.
Aye.
Adam Gwynn.
Aye.
Stephen Hackworth. Harvey Honore. Curtis Joseph. Donald Lambert.
Aye.
Andy Lopez.
Aye.
Garland Meredith.
Aye.
Christopher Stewart. Elliot Temple.
Aye.
Keith Tillage.
All right.
All right, so we got a vote.
I think that's
All right, motion,
So you-
resolution passes.
Awesome. Mr. Chair, can I go back to board business real quick?
Yes,
I promise
please.
I'm going to quick. I can see that you're anxious to go.
Yep.
We had talked about an executive committee. I
Yeah.
think I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to gloss over it real quick without
Okay, good.
getting in that. Just in the effort of time, I do have some updates.
Executive session, you mean?
Yes, I'm sorry, executive session. I apologize.
Yeah.
There's a few things that I do want to bring to the board's attention. Mr. Cluott has been beating me about the head for quite a long time about some social media presence.
Yep.
Between him and Mr. Beavers and Ms. Morgan, we have a social media presence. The board has a Facebook page. It is fairly new. It is being administered very carefully, and please continue to moderate the comments as wonderfully as you can. It is intended to share information only. We will not have pictures of birthday cakes and new cars and all other stuff that we may have had in the past, but they are truly public service announcements for the consumer and to give the contractors of all industry types some information about law changes and some updates. We have a new treasurer. No. Mr. Mallett had a discussion a month or so ago about this board giving an award, if you will, for a contractor of excellence annually. Did you want to take that, or you want me to?
Yeah, certainly the thought here is that, we are the regulating industry, if you will, for the contractors. And there are some that are great examples of it. And then we have a tremendous amount of fantastic contractors. With that being said, Mr. Mallett had suggested that we present a contractor of the year for the contributions he's made to the contracting industry, if you will, and that one there is. Brett, do we want to go ahead and name names now?
I think that we should, if we could.
Yeah, and as an executive committee, there was some discussion about some of the folks that have stepped up in this arena, and actually it's one of our former board members who's done a fantastic job bringing specifically workforce development and construction education, if you will, to the forefront, and sort of putting his not only his money where his mouth is, but his time and his talent as well. And right now, that would be Mr. Art Favre for the contributions he's made at those. And I don't know, Brad, if there's anything else that you want to share.
I think a few things that we probably should do, just for clarity, is the intention is to name this award the Vic Weston Award of Construction Excellence.
That's one thing I failed to mention. Obviously, with Vic's passing earlier, and the contributions that he's made, and the efforts that he's made with the Contractor Education Trust Fund, with the other funds that have gone to continuing education within our construction industry, we would certainly like to name that award in Vic's honor. I apologize, I'm a little remiss in saying that earlier, but that would be it.
Just for fairness, do you think we could take a vote on that to make sure we're all in agreement?
So we need a motion to.
Yeah, I think I'd like one before we start buying awards.
Yeah,
I'll make the motion that we honor Vic Weston by having an award annually, and that Art Favre would be the first recipient of it, based on a recommendation from the executive committee.
Second that motion, Meredith.
Mr. Landero, did you have a comment? I think I know where you're going, but I think we're going to be okay.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
We're going to try to have that prepared to be presented to Mr. Favre in December.
So that award will be in December moving forward, every December.
I think that's probably the best course of action, unless you'd like to do something different, Mr. Temple.
Outside of a discussion on the vote, can we just have some clarity on a nomination process, how we're going to go about this, if it's not just every whim of whoever nominates somebody? I mean, I think we need some guardrails around those. Nothing against Mr. Vic or Art, well deserving, but I think we need to.
Mr. Lopez, I would agree with that, and that's been discussed, and you may be on that committee.
Oh, great.
So moved.
So in kind of a side note, Mr. Lopez,
Really?
so there are some committee assignments that are being shifted, and you already are on that committee.
Yeah.
So we'll move forward with that. We got a couple real quick things that I just want to make you guys aware of. I don't know if anybody is really concerned about it, about plumbing updates. Do you have any specifics about the plumbing updates that you're interested in?
If you got any updates, yeah.
Well, I can tell you there are no updates because it is what it is at this point.
Jana might differ with you.
Well, 40 to 50% of my week is dealing with plumbing confusion at the moment. We're working through that. The statute or the bill that passed, the act that passed, moved most of plumbing here, and it left the rest of it out in outer space. And we're trying to correct that as much as we can through the rulemaking process. There are some things that we're still working through as far as testing for plumbing licenses for the individual and continuing ed. They're not addressed statutorily. I can't in good conscience promote rules for such until there is a plumbing subcommittee. We have made a gentleman's agreement that we're going to try to carry forth as it's been done until such a time as that subcommittee meets and we decide how that's going to go.
Yeah.
So our intent is not to disrupt the industry in any fashion. There are some factions, if you will, that want control over certain things here or there, and I'm unwilling to give that to anybody until the committee decides how that works. I hope that's the same message that you guys would like to move forward with.
And again, much like we had with the water well drillers, there's a lot of confusion in this state of and the overlapping agencies that have authority, if you will, or boards, if you will, and clearing those things up, making it much easier. If they're contractors, they go through the contractor licensing process, if you will. While they have to meet certain qualifications, and sometimes it's the DNR in the case of the water well drillers and such. But It's something that we need to, and you got a lot on your plate with the manufactured housing, with all the other things that are going on. But appreciate all
We'll
the
get
effort
that.
that you do.
The one thing I will say, I don't anticipate that I can be sympathetic with a plumber who appears here after next year, because they are all very keenly aware of that.
Yeah.
The gentleman who was here a few moments ago, he's absolutely right. There is a total lack of communication from
Yep,
other portions of state government. We got the award, we got plumbing. Y'all like 8:30?
No.
I know, because I was on the phone till 8 o'clock trying to confirm we had a quorum. There was a suggestion made by someone earlier today that we kind of split the difference. What do y'all think about 9 o'clock?
I'm fine with either one. Whatever y'all
Mr.
want.
Chair, I believe you're going to need to make another motion for that.
Yeah, I'll entertain a motion to move the meeting to 9 o'clock. And what has to happen is we've already got subpoenas outstanding and to appear and such. So it's not a process that happens overnight. So we need to know that. When would that change if we were to?
Ms. Morgan, are you comfortable changing it for September? If,
All right.
If Carrie says we're good, we're good.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Let me ask you, Brad, do you want to also move the residential yet, or you want to wait?
I think we need to ask residential how they feel.
Okay.
It's just my opinion.
He feels good.
We got to ask everybody else.
You,
Yeah,
you,
no
you
doubt,
feel
no doubt.
good, but I can assure you one will not.
Oh, I
feel
know
good.
one will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll entertain-
Move that we change the meetings to 9 a.m.
Temple second.
September.
We have a motion by Mr. Gallo, a second by Mr. Temple to move the meetings to 9 o'clock. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion
That's
carries.
effective September, is that correct?
Start with
Effective
September.
That would make your executive committee meeting for those that are appropriate to that at 8:30 and exemption committee meeting at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Jenna will give all the
Yep.
notifications. This is my last item. I'm going to be very gentle with it purposely because I don't know that y'all have the desire to go into executive session. We have always had a problem and also a practice, and it has been statutorily defined over communications between board members with the public involved in a violation or a complaint either way. Whether it's a person who calls you, please don't entertain that, send them to the board. If it's a contractor that calls you, please don't entertain that conversation, send them to the board. We've had some challenges in the past and one fairly significant one recently. It is absolutely against ethics. It is against state law. It is against contracting law, and it's just not good practice. Please do not reach out to a board staff member or investigator to ask a question about a pending case, let alone give instructions. If you have comments, concerns, etc., please direct them to Mr. Beavers or myself.
Mr. Hazard, I have a question.
Yes,
What
sir.
about an exemption requests, those types of calls?
Those should go to Jana.
Thank you.
And that's a point. I mean, as publicly, your folks are aware that you serve on this board, and it's sometimes natural for people to feel like they got to reach out to you, and it may be that they know you either personally or professionally, and I've gotten those calls, and I've got it down, given Mr. Beavers, and I've got the website, and say, call the licensing board, file a complaint if you got one, talk this and this. We're not allowed to insert ourselves in that process, so please don't. It's against the law.
Mr. Collette, with that, I'd just like to wish Mr. Temple a belated birthday.
Yeah.
He was upset with me yesterday for wishing him happy birthday. Do y'all want to sing?
Come on, man.
29 again, huh?
Yes, sir. That's all I have, Mr. Collette. Mr. Beavers? Jana, anything?
All right, anything else? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All right.
Temple second.
Adjourn. Thank you.